Hello guys, welcome back to our fourth PHP tutorial for beginners. In this tutorial we're going to go ahead and talk about the while loop in PHP and how to use that. Okay, so in our previous tutorial we talked about the conditional statements, and in this tutorial we're going to talk about the while loop. Okay, so in here I've created a PHP file called tutorial4. I have that within my exam hdocs folder in the server, in the exam server. So here you can go ahead and do the same thing if you don't have this created already. Then let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to create a variable here called n, and I'm going to set it equal to 0. Under the n here I'm going to start my while loop. So I'm going to type while n, which is the variable we just created up here or declared up here and initialized to be 0. N will be less than 10. Okay, so what does this is a conditional statement here. So it will do, so let's say here code goes here. So basically n is 0. So this condition, so basically what's in here, while 0 is less than 10, which is true, we want to execute what's inside the while loop brackets here. So but this will always be true unless we actually increment the n every time this loop is being executed. Okay, so simply for this tutorial we're going to go ahead and just echo something out. So I'm just going to echo a count here. So I'm going to say let's just echo the variable n. So I'm going to say n, sorry, I'll assign n. So I'm just going to echo out the variable, and then we're going to concatenate this with the space, so we can leave a space there. And then under here we're going to put n plus plus. And what does this plus plus mean? It simply increments n by 1 every time this loop is executed. So what will happen here? N is 0. Once we come for the first time in a loop, n is 0. So this conditional statement here, which is 0 is less than 10, will be true. So we're going to go ahead and print out 0 followed by a space. Then n will become 1. Then we will go through this loop again, and this condition will still be true because 1 is less than 10. We'll keep printing out this until, let's say, when n is 9, this will still be true. Then we're going to print out the n followed by a space once more. Then n will become 10. So once we go in the while here, we're going to say is n is 10 less than 10, and this is not true. So it will skip what's inside of here and it's going to end the program. So let's go ahead and see. So we should see here what we want to see printed out. To be correct, what should be printed out is basically 0 through 9, numbers 0 through 9. So in here, go ahead and navigate to localhost tutorials, which is my folder on the server, and tutorial4.php. So as we see here, numbers 0 through 9 are being printed out, just like we expected. We can also make this slightly bigger so you guys can see more numbers. Let me go ahead and put 50 here. So now we should see 0 through 49, and that is exactly what we see. Now if you want to print the numbers down, basically instead of in one row, you can print it down in multiple rows, each number in its own row. What we can do there, we can simply put a BR here, which is a break. So this is HTML break. So the browser, once it sees these BR here, it will basically break and go to a new line and print out the next one. So let's go ahead and refresh this again, and you see them printed out in a number in its own row. Let me make this slightly smaller so you guys can see all the numbers being outputted on the screen. And there we go, we see 0 through 24. So this is an example of the while loop in PHP, guys. I hope you like this tutorial. If you have any questions or concerns or comments regarding this tutorial, please do not hesitate to send me a message or leave a comment and I will reply to that. Again, thank you for watching, guys. In our next tutorial we're going to talk about the for loop. So thank you for watching this tutorial, and don't forget to subscribe and watch all my other videos. Again, thank you guys for watching this tutorial.